I want to talk to you about the best alternatives to our Circle the platform this year. I mean, Circle is kind of cool, but they have limitations. So if you want to change from Circle to another platform, here are the top alternatives I want you to pay attention to. So the first one is Mighty Networks. And Mighty Networks, what I love about Mighty Networks is the ease of use. You also have the flexibility. You have the optimization, and most importantly, you have the monetization monetization model. Okay, so you can monetize your community through Mighty Networks. Okay, and Mighty Networks allows you to do a lot of things. You have, for instance, you have more flexibility in terms of spaces, so you are able to actually cluster every space that you create like a container. Okay, basically, you can have spaces holding community, live streaming, community chats and discussions, virtual events, courses, and more. So everything happens within spaces on Mighty Networks. So that's pretty good, okay? And so at the end of the day, if you think about Mighty Networks, I want you to think about a platform that was designed from the get-go for better engagement, okay? And also, Mighty Networks gives you more possibilities in terms of using artificial intelligence. So for instance, you can use AI to boost connection, to boost interaction, vis-a-vis interaction with your students, but also interaction among your students, okay, themselves. So, for instance, you have a profile assist feature that allows you to show similarities with another member, to show one member, similarities with another member. You have icebreaker questions and conversation starters. You can also automatically re-engage members who have dropped off. And you also have a text that boosts like the Make It Better editor and instant course outlines. So that's really good. You also have better membership tools. You have better member management with Mighty Networks. So and you also have a better community feature. So overall, you have a pretty solid offer when it comes to Mighty Networks. If you're looking for a substitute to Circle. Next, you have Kajabi. So Kajabi actually is pretty good for pre-recorded courses and funnels. If you want to focus on that, okay. If you want to get away from Circle and you're looking for a platform that allows you to actually have a live course offering, that's pretty good. So with Kajabi, you have a great LMS with course delivery, dripping content, assignments built in, and integrated marketing funnels, okay, landing page builders, and email marketing functionalities. On the flip side, basically, there are no branded apps, and Kajabi is extremely expensive. I've actually reviewed this platform on another show, so basically just watch out for their monetary charges. Next, if you're looking for an alternative to Circle.so this year, I want you to think about Disciple, okay? And Disciple is actually pretty good in terms of branded enterprise community apps, okay? So because Disciple gives you a community platform with branding options and good content tools, okay? So your members can actually, your members feel empowered all of a sudden because they can share text, videos, or images. And basically, Disciple also has discussion forums, Q&As, and even an activity feed. So that's pretty fantastic, okay? So you have lots of features on Disciples. And in terms of the advantages that Disciple has, you have app-based community forum with a limited web app. You can build a digital business that sells subscriptions or gated content. You have customization and branding features, and you have good member management tools. So that's just really good. When I say member management tools, I'm speaking about lists, email, groups, topics, friends, messaging, etc. So you have lots of possibilities there. On the flip side, the only drawback include the fact that you have missing monetization features for courses and live events. You have different UX and features between the app and the web app. So what happens here is that when somebody actually is accessing your community via the web app, the experience will be totally different. The UX will be different. Will be totally different from the experience they have if they access it through through their cell phone or their tablets. Okay, and also basically Disciple is feature based, so they charge you based on the feature. So this can get expensive. Next, you have Better Mode. So Better Mode actually is another wonderful app. If you are looking for an alternative to Circle, now Better Mode used to be called Tribe back in the days. Okay, so this is the corporate forum platform to actually have if you want to switch from Circle.so to another platform. Okay, so basically, you have a forum first community with spaces and some member options. This is built under your own brand and white labeling. So you have apps, emails, everything is built under your own brand. And you also have a custom website builder through Better Mode. On the flip side, there are no monetization features because this is something for corporate. Okay, you have missing courses and live events, and the community is limited to a simple discussion forum actually. Now let's talk about one of my favorite alternatives to a Circle, and that's Discord. And Discord actually used to be a platform for gamers back in the day. Okay, back in the days. And the cool thing about Discord is that it's kind of similar to Slack in that it creates a text-based communication solution that helps community members have conversations. Okay. Also, like Slack, Discord allows you to create dedicated channels for discussion topics. It also has easy options for voice chatting since it was created for gamers to actually collaborate, right? So this is kind of cool. And so what I love about Discord is that it's free and easy to use with a good UX. You can add voice and video chats. It has many of the same conversation functions as Circle, and you have great apps for every device. So you can see that basically Discord has done a good job in terms of optimizing their apps. Okay, now unfortunately through Discord you can create your own brand because the options to change, the options to charge for a community are almost non-existent. There are no course functions, and this is not a functional model for organizing a large community actually. Next, you have Slack. So I just spoke about Slack, but Slack is totally different because Slack actually allows you to create specific channels for dedicated conversations. Okay, Slack is known around the world for productivity optimization. Okay, and Slack is common. Okay, and for instance, you have an intuitive and familiar, I would say, interface. Lots of users know Slack. It's available on mobile and web, and works well for groups that already know each other. So this is really good from a flexibility point of view, but with Slack, unfortunately, there's no custom branding possible, no direct monetization options, no options to create online courses. And Slack does charge per member, so just be careful there, the number of members that you onboard through Slack. And there are no subgroups through Slack, actually. So something to really think about. Next, you have a higher logic vanilla. So if you think about an alternative to a Circle, higher logic vanilla is pretty good because it gives you the possibility to create and manage customer communities, and it can be branded under a corporate brand. So that's higher logic vanilla. And also the platform gives you some good membership management tools. Okay, and your members, and that's a good thing to actually think about. Your members can be organized into different groups, and you can add polls and questions. Okay, so this is really good. So basically, the cool thing about HeroLogic is that you can build customer forums under a corporate brand. You can add member management features and customization, and the tool integrates pretty well with knowledge base and tools like Zendesk and Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce, the CRM that you know about. If you're looking for an alternative to a Circle, I want you to also think about HiveBright, okay? And the cool thing about HiveBright is that this is actually an alumni management, let's say, alternative that allows you to do a lot of things. And what I love about HiveBright is that basically you can really build a community around your, let's say, your alumni group, okay? Because HiveBright is primarily for that purpose, okay? So HiveBright includes lots of great features for that niche. For example, you have dedicated subgroups. You have forum functions. And you also even have a job board for students to explore. That's pretty cool because we're speaking about alumni, we're speaking about educational functions. So that's pretty good to have a job board. And it's one of the few options in today's conversation that gives you a branded mobile app. Okay. And so HiveBright's best connecting feature for alumni networks is actually their event apps. And their events apps can handle invite emails, tickets, and even event calendars, okay? And the platform itself has some monetization features like event ticketing and donor campaigns. So that's pretty good. You can actually monetize your community. And so when I speak about HiveBright, I want you to think about live event management and useful alumni features. You have CMS tools with job board. You have good live event tools, and you have apps under your own brand. So that's pretty good. On the flip side, though, you do have an underwhelming community experience. So it's not really that great on HiveBright. You have missing features to run virtual events, and it doesn't have a live streaming, native video, or courses. So something to really think about. So if you're looking for an alternative to a Circle.so this year, I want you to think about Discourse. So Discourse, don't confuse the Discourse with Discord, okay? Discord is the gaming-oriented community organizer, but Discourse is a little different because Discourse lets you create a simple discussion board and organize conversations, kind of similar to Reddit, if you think about it, okay? And so on Discord, you have a basic engagement set of tools that you can use to respond or react to posts. I want you to take a look on the screen right now. You can see that Discourse kind of looks similar to Reddit, right? Same sort of layout, same functionality, same simplicity. I mean, it's a great simplicity. It has worked well for Reddit. It's working well for Discourse. Now, Discourse can be expensive. Plans on the website start from $100 a month. So although the code itself is marketed as free, and you could theoretically use it to build a community, you need to pay for hosting somewhere. You also need a coding knowledge to set up the free code from GitHub if you choose that route. In fact, you might even have to hire a developer to help you set it up. So it's definitely not a simple option. So that means what? It means that Discourse will either be expensive or extremely complicated. So you got to ask yourself, what kind of position are you coming from? But overall, you have easy moderation and flagging in inappropriate content. You have a clean and simple design, and you have a good notification system, as well as discussion organization. So that's pretty good. But don't just remember, there is no chat functionality on Discourse. Next, you have Thinkific. So if you're looking for the best alternatives to Circle, think about Thinkific. So this is a good course platform. Okay, so that's really good. And one thing I want you to really sense here is that Thinkific likes to position itself as an e-learning solution. Okay, and so the cool thing is that it's actually a stronger, much better than Circle in the sense that it has good curriculum building features with advanced quizzes, webinars, surveys, and feedback. And so Thinkific is kind of similar to a Kajabi, but it's quite a bit cheaper. Okay. However, it's actually missing some of the marketing features that Kajabi has actually. Okay. So the trade-off actually comes at a price. One thing I want you to really understand here is that it all depends on the kind of niche you're in and the kind of expectations your clients have. Okay. So like Kajabi, for instance, Thinkific has tried to create some community options to accompany its courses. The result is a basic community platform that actually feels a lot like, I would say Circle, okay? But a very basic Circle version. So overall, think about Thinkific as a good course platform with really strong LMS options. Some integrated marketing courses too, okay? But the community feature is pretty basic on the flip side. And also, their mobile app is not where it should be right now. So if you're looking for an alternative to Circle.so, I want you to think about Facebook groups. The cool thing about Facebook groups is that everybody knows Facebook. Facebook is the top social media in the world, right? You have 2.3 billion users. Fantastic. So if you decide to actually have a group on Facebook, you have familiarity already. You have flexibility, and you have safety and security from the Meta ecosystem, right? This is a big multi-billion-dollar company that has the resources to safeguard your data and your users' data. So a Facebook group remains a well-known and free alternative to Circle and works to connect people, right? People with existing Facebook accounts can join in and take part in a conversation. So this is kind of cool. Now, one thing you need to really understand here is that basically free is not always a good, because when you have a Facebook group, you are actually competing for attention against the algorithm, because the algorithm doesn't really care that much about your group. The algorithm was built to improve interaction, to improve experiences from clients, from users, from you. It's all about what Facebook cares about. So when you think about Facebook, it's widely accessible and easy to use. That's pretty good. You have world-class products, apps, etc. And many people are already on Facebook. So that's a good thing, actually. But on the flip side, one thing you need to remember here is that you have limited engagement features. You are competing for attention with every other group post and, cat or dog video, actually. And on Facebook, monetization actually is a little complicated. And some members may actually refuse to use it because if they have a quote-unquote problem with Facebook or Instagram or any other meta assets, this could be a little limiting to your business. So those are the 11 top alternatives to Circle this year. Let me give you a quick overview here. One thing you need to really understand here is that when you think about Circle, what is it exactly? Because before we talk about substitutes, we need to have a clear idea about what Circle is and what it does. So Circle is actually a community platform that includes, I would say, features like discussion forums, okay? You have chat and messaging, you have a live stream, and you have courses. So actually, Circle also gives your users, the different ways, giving you yourself, but also your users, different ways to host and organize content created by both hosts and members, actually, okay? And the Circle platform also has some monetization features like adding paywalls to different spaces to sell memberships, courses, and or events. So that's pretty good from a flexibility point of view. And so Circle actually starts at about $49 per month for the basic plan. But if you want to go a little higher in terms of features, you might have to pay a little close to $100 or even above, actually. Okay. But the cool thing is, if you have a Circle, basically you have interactive discussion forums. You are able to build event, chat, content, or course spaces. You have member profiles, and you can charge for membership, courses, and events with gating. You have live streaming. You have workflow options. You have a good iOS app, and you also have customization tools. So this is really good. On the flip side, if you go with Circle, you are stuck creating different kinds of content in different spaces, and your members can actually cannot meet each other. The course LMS is very basic. There is almost no option to create landing pages for selling courses, community, and events. So that's a little problematic. And there are limits on everything like live stream attendees, spaces, okay? So you have a lot of drawbacks depending on your niche, actually. So if you want to really look for an alternative to a Circle, look for a platform that allows you to have more ways to create and host the features you want, more ways to help members meet each other. You want to have a better course integration with a more robust LMS, And you also have you want to have the ability to charge in your own currency, if applicable. So, as an epilogue into this conversation, I spoke to you about the best alternatives to Circle. So those alternatives include Mighty Networks, Kajabi, Disciple, Better Mode, Discord, Slack, Hierologic, Vanilla, Hivebright, Discourse, Thinkific, and Facebook groups. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.